Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into one of the boldest political claims to emerge from the 2024 election season in South Africa. A warning from EFF leader Julius Malema has shaken the political landscape, sparking fiery debate and drawing sharp responses from opposition parties. According to Malema, there's a hidden plan being set in motion, one that could see Democratic Alliance leader John Steenhuisen becoming the next president of South Africa. Now, before we unpack what Malema said and what it could mean for the country, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with your thoughts, because this one is going to stir the pot. At a recent rally held in Johannesburg, Julius Malema didn't mince his words. He directly accused opposition parties, especially the DA, of quietly laying the groundwork to install Steenhuisen as president through indirect, behind-the-scenes maneuvering. Malema drew comparisons to the political tactics that led to Cyril Ramaphosa's rise to power back in 2017, suggesting that a similar pattern is repeating itself right now. According to Malema, there's a deliberate strategy playing out. He claims that certain parties are pushing for what they call leadership change, but are refusing to name their preferred candidate in public. Instead, they stir up dissatisfaction with the current leadership, whether it's the ANC or President Ramaphosa himself, but they stop short of making their real intentions clear. This creates an environment ripe for political manipulation. In Malema's own words, Steenhuisen is going to be president. They want to pull the same trick they did to bring Cyril into power. They will advocate for leadership change, but when it comes to voting for a new president, they will abstain. They will hide behind the idea that they didn't vote for Steenhuisen, but they will have opened the door for his rise. Let that sink in. This is not just a prediction. It's a serious accusation, one that implies collusion, backroom deals, and an orchestrated plan to push someone into the presidency without public accountability or transparency. It's the kind of statement that forces every politically engaged South African to pay attention. Now let's unpack the deeper implications of what Malema is saying. First, his statement reveals the EFF's growing distrust of the current multi-party political environment. Malema seems to believe that many parties are operating with hidden agendas. And he's suggesting that if voters don't read between the lines, they might wake up one day to find that a president has been installed through quiet political games, not through a direct and transparent electoral mandate. Second, Malema's warning can also be interpreted as a preemptive strike, a political move aimed at discrediting the DA's rise before it gains more traction. If Steenhuisen does indeed become a strong candidate post-election, the EFF wants the public to remember this warning, that the whole thing may have been part of a pre-planned strategy. So how has the DA responded? Not surprisingly, DA officials have dismissed Malema's remarks outright, calling them groundless and misleading. The DA maintains that their goal remains the same, to remove the ANC from power through democratic means and build a more accountable, transparent government. They've strongly denied that there is any secret plan to push Steenhuisen into the presidency through the back door. Still, Malema's comments have already made waves. They've tapped into a broader concern among many South Africans, the fear that political elites make major decisions behind closed doors while ordinary voters are kept in the dark. Let's not forget, Malema has built much of his political brand on being the one who exposes what he calls the secrets of the establishment. Whether it's the ANC, the DA, or even big business, the EFF has always positioned itself as the voice of radical accountability. That makes this warning not just political rhetoric, it's part of a larger narrative the party is selling to voters ahead of the 2024 elections. But here's the big question, could Malema be right? Looking at the broader political context, there are reasons why this theory might resonate with people. The 2024 general elections are expected to result in no single party winning an outright majority. That means coalitions will be key, and coalition politics often come with compromise, secrecy, and strange bedfellows. In that kind of environment, it's entirely possible for power to shift in unpredictable ways, especially if smaller parties abstain or strategically support candidates without naming them publicly. That's the exact scenario Malema is warning about. A fractured vote, followed by quiet negotiations, abstentions, and a sudden vote in parliament that installs a president not openly campaigned for by any major party. It's happened before, and not just in South Africa. However, critics say that Malema is using fear tactics to gain political traction, especially as polls show shifting support across the spectrum. Some believe this is just a way for the EFF to reassert its relevance and to undermine Steenhuisen's growing influence without offering a clear alternative. Regardless of which side you're on, one thing is clear: Malema's warning has added a new layer of intrigue to an already complex and unpredictable election season. Voters are now being forced to think beyond the ballot and into the mechanics of coalition deals, parliamentary votes, and leadership negotiations. It's a timely reminder that in South African politics, what you see during campaign season isn't always what you get after the votes are counted. So what can voters do? Stay informed. Question what's being said, and what's not being said. Watch how parties position themselves on coalition deals. Pay attention to who abstains from critical votes and who speaks out. Most importantly, make sure your voice is heard, not just on election day, but in the political conversations leading up to it. What do you think? Is Julius Malema exposing a real threat to democracy, or is this just political theater ahead of a critical election? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into South African political strategy, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay active, and stay engaged. See you next time.